Hello future oboists. Today we're going to talk about the first steps in playing the oboe, including assembly, embouchure, and the first notes. To begin, you want to make sure that the oboe case is on a flat surface, such as your lap. And you want to make sure the two latches are facing downward, otherwise you'll be opening it upside down. One of the first crucial steps when playing the oboe is taking your reed and putting it into water while you're putting the instrument together to moisten it. By doing this, it will lead to less resistance when you play. Without a thoroughly soaked reed, the sound won't always be as strong as it needs to be, it won't be as loud, and you'll have less control over the instrument. Okay, so to begin, we're going to talk about the different parts of the oboe. So this is the bell. You can grab one of this first. And next is the lower joint, and we're going to put these two parts together first. So you want to touch more or hold on to more of the lower part of the lower joint, because in that way you won't be squeezing like the keys or the rods, which can cause damage further in the future. So you want to do a gentle twisting motion to get it on. There you go, just like that. From there, we're going to take the upper joint, which should be the only other piece left in the oboe case, which is this. Again, you want to hold on more to the top of it, like this, so you don't damage any keys or rods. And there should be a linkage key right here. You want to be careful when slide the lower joint. The linkage keys on that should be under the linkage keys on the upper joint. And again, gentle sliding motion to get it on. By now, your reed should be thoroughly soaked, so you can get it out of your water. I use just a simple pill bottle like this. Get it out. Suck the excess moisture out of it, and go ahead and put it into your upper joint. There should be a hole for it at the top. The cork of the reed will go in first. So you've officially assembled your oboe. From here, we can talk about the embouchure to start playing. So actually, I'm going to take the reed out of the instrument to talk about the embouchure. So the first thing you want to know when working with the embouchure is that unlike a lot of reed instruments, single reed instruments, you don't use your teeth at all in the process. In fact, you shouldn't have your teeth touching it at all. So the idea is to have a small portion of your lower lip and a small portion of your upper lip cushioning your teeth so that there is a little cushion for the reed to go on. So like this, and place it like you don't want to put the entire brown part of the reed into your mouth. Just a small portion of it, about a third of it. Put it into your mouth, and your mouth should be, when you go to play, a straight line, not too firm, not too tight, just a comfortable embouchure, like this. And in order to articulate, as I just did, you want a light, very light touch of the tongue onto the very tip of the reed. Okay, so now we're going to move on to the first 5 notes. So when playing the oboe, the first couple notes are a little straightforward, especially if you've played clarinet or saxophone, even flute. It's very similar to that. So we're going to start with the left hand, because the left hand goes on top with the first 3 keys, starting with the one with the hole. Your first finger will go on that, second, third, and then your left hand will rest on the keys down here. Okay, and so we're going to start with just the left hand. So we're going to start with the note G. To play G, you have to put down index finger, middle finger, ring finger. And thumb does nothing, and this key does nothing, or this hand does nothing. You should let the thumb rest on your thumb rest on your thumb. So I'm going to start by playing that. That's what it should sound like. Now, to get to the next note in the scale is an A. So it's very simple. Same exact thing, just lift your third finger or your ring finger. Okay? And from there, you're going to play a B natural, not a B flat. So that would be just the same pattern, just lift the ring finger and the middle finger. And a big thing to make sure of is that this hole is fully covered on these notes. Okay, and next would be C natural. Okay, from there, you would just keep the B key down with the first finger and put the first finger down on the right hand now. And finally, to play D, you would put every single finger, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, on both right and left hands. Except the catch is, you have to open up this hole a little bit by sliding your finger a little bit lower, or a little bit down on the key. You have a lot of extra space for that. So that's how you play a D. If you forget to do that, you'll get the lower octave. As such. Okay? And the one thing you want to understand when playing the oboe is it has a lot of back pressure. There's going to be quite a bit of resistance when playing it. So you want to picture blowing, to get a steady airstream, picture blowing out a candle across the room. Or you could even take a piece of paper, a small piece, a sticky note, anything like that, put it on the palm of your hand and blow. And the goal of that exercise is to keep the paper up on the palm of your hand without it falling. If you can do that successfully, then your airstream's pretty solid and good for the oboe. So to end this lesson, we're going to play Are You Sleeping? It takes the first 5 notes we just learned. So it goes G, A, B, G, G, A, B, G, B, C, D, B, C, D. Okay, we're going to try it. Okay, and that should be a very good starter lesson and should get you in the good place when you start playing your oboe. Thanks.